Welcome back to the Law Factor Live. We're here talking about the stage and states of child abuse in St. Lucia, and I think the next question will be, what is it that you can do? What is it that we hope we can do in the future? And just, you know, during the break we were talking about the heartbreaking moments that both our guests must go through, and I thought, well, apart from being heartbreaking, it must also be very frustrating. And I kind of went to my Farron's ice cream to try and feel better about it. But you both had a bit of Farron's ice cream earlier on, didn't you?
We did,
yeah.
yes,
Which flavor was your favorite, Bevelyn?
Sea moss.
Sea moss.
And I like the cherry
chocolate. Yeah,
yes.
both nice flavors. But yeah, oh, I don't know what to say when it comes to children. It's a very difficult thing to do, to just stand by, and sometimes, you know, there are people who are on the outside looking in, but you don't know for sure, and that's, I think, something that we can talk about. If you are someone who's on the outside and you think that there's abuse going on in the home, what do you do about that?
You can report it, and the report can be made confidentially and or anonymously to the Division of Human Services and Family Affairs. There's an office in Castries, there's an office in Vieux-Fort, and there's an office in Soufrière. Also, the vulnerable persons police team, reports can also be made to them. Again, it can be made anonymously, so you don't have to give any information apart from the name of the child, the location, the family name, so that they know where to go and to follow up the
Do many
report.
people do this?
People do. More should do it, but I think persons, again, as I said before, there's a fear factor, and I think we've got to a situation that you don't know what is going to happen. You don't want to make a report. Somebody says you've made the report, and next minute your child is being put in danger because, or somebody has come to your house or come and threaten you. You know, persons are using guns and all sorts of things these days. So persons are frightened for their own welfare. So that sometimes puts people off. But despite that, there are a number of persons who says, no, I'm not going to stand by and listen to that child being beaten day after day, night after night. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to make a report. And they do. So I have to thank those persons who are brave enough to say, no, I'm not going to let persons intimidate me. I'm going to do what I need to do to protect the child.
And an extension of what you've just said, of course, you've been working in this industry for over 20 years, as you said.
Yes.
And is this where the Vieux-Fort Children's Society home, the home, is that why you started it as well?
I think that's where my passion, that's where my drive comes from. To see that, I want to see that Southern St. Lucia has something, because I was just, I just say, heartbroken to see so many children of the South who needed placement, not just in Vieux-Fort, Soufrière, and Strazel, Ladbury, Grace, all the southern areas, and we could not find placement for them. And you just have to leave them there. There was one family, there was 6 children, the mother's house was dilapidated, falling down, and she had 6 children, and all in a tiny space, probably the size of this area that we're in now, if not smaller. And we couldn't do anything to help that mother, and that really broke my heart. Eventually we had one of the children removed, a little girl, and I think she was the most vulnerable, but it was hard.
It must be.
So it does really give me the will to keep going, and to hopefully that the children's home in Vieux-Fort will one day be a reality.
Yeah, where are you at with that? Because when we first met, it was right at the beginning,
Right
wasn't
at the
it? So
beginning,
where are you? Give us a little kind of step by step where we are.
Step by step. We're at the stage we have 2.5 acres of land from Crown Land, which is absolutely fantastic.
Wonderful!
It's like
wonderful.
a dream come true.
Wonderful.
We've now had 2 potential sponsors, SSDF, St. Lucia Social Development Fund, and Goddard Catering Group.
Oh,
Now,
that's great.
with Goddard Catering, they have just given me a verbal pledge to give us a lump sum towards building the home, but more importantly, a monthly subvention to help sustain it. Don't know how much it's going to be. Obviously, we need more companies to come on board to do the same. Now, Goddard catering has taken the step, I would hope that others out there will follow suit and do the same to assist us, because only by companies like that coming forward to say, yes, I'm going to pledge our support, we're going to do this home will be a reality.
And how will the home function? What is the whole idea of the home?
The whole idea is to provide a place of safety for children. In that initial stage, when the Division of Human Services go and find a child who needs to be removed immediately because of risk of abuse, whatever, we will be able to say, yes, we can take that child in. Not only are we going to take the child in, we're not just going to take the child, raise it and say, that's it, parents, you know, we take your child, we will look after it from now, you have no further responsibility. No, our aim is to work with the parents, help them to develop the skills that they're lacking, help them to find better ways to parent their children and reunite them so that they can take care of their children, because it is their responsibility and we do not want to remove any parental responsibility. So we want to be at the place where we can provide counseling for the children, parenting programs for the parents, assessment and reunification.
Wow. And how long do you think that to realize, of course I know you're going to have to get some more money together, and you have a team of specialists you'll have to put together as well. That's I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes.
We're having a fundraising dinner and dance on the 9th of June, and hopefully that is to mark our first anniversary, because we did our official launch last year on June.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, you were there. That was fantastic. And I'm hoping that we will have the same response. Now, last year, persons left it for the last minute and said, oh, they will have tickets. And when they called and they came on the night, we didn't have tickets. We were sold out. So please, 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 if you want to come, please order your tickets early there at the charity shop. And you can go there and purchase your tickets, or you can call us and tell us how many you did. Don't be left out. You had to turn people away at the door, and it was very sad. One person, her child was in the band, and she thought, oh well, they'll have tickets, I'll go up. We had no room.
But when you say dinner and dance, it's more than that, isn't it?
It is more than that.
Yeah, let's tell the people more. Yeah, what's going to be happening?
Well, we're going to have steel pan players. We're going to have an exotic dancers. We're going to have some calypsonians playing. We're going to be on the beach front. We'll have a French cuisine.
Ooh.
And there'll be 2 bars running for the night. So, and there'll be raffles. And I don't think we have an auction, but there should be raffle prizes. And we're going to make it a very entertaining night. So you're going to get a lot for your money. But you have to remember the ultimate goal is to fundraise.
Yes. So there'll be an auction as well, would there? You're not sure of that one? Because last year we had an auction, it was very nice.
Yes, I'm not sure. We haven't got the prizes in yet, but we're working on it.
Well, maybe there are some of our viewers there. You may have some gifts that you'd like to give Bevelyn to auction. Yes. I'm putting it out to anyone who's watching. If you have something, a painting, anything at all that you'd like to give Bevelyn, so we can perhaps auction it, because it's going for a really good cause, and we'll make sure that the highest bidder will get it. I have to mention here that last year I worked with Russell Lake and I, and we actually got in a lot of money last year via the auction. So please, if you have anything that you would like to contribute, and of course tickets as well, come down and join us in Vieux-Fort and help this really great cause. I also want to thank you for that, Bevelyn. I also want to ask you, Beverly, about new beginnings, because I think a lot of people may say, oh, that's new,
Yes.
But we'll go for a break, and when we come back, if you can tell us about that. And in the meantime, viewers, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask our guests, get them ready. For example, I mean, how do you feel about what you've heard so far? Are there any solutions that you can offer? And is there anything that you think that we should be aware of? And, just help, if you can offer some help. After the break, we're going to take your calls, so please stay with us. This is Zero Factor Live on DBS.